Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Franko Reacts. We are talking about Rent live. The good, the bad, and everybody was really pretty. Let's get into the episode.
Here we go. 3, 2, 3, 4.
525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylight, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
Now before we get started, if you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe because I plan on coming out with a lot more content on this channel. I've been kind of slacking, so it kind of died off, but I plan on doing a lot more stuff here. Some of it weird, a lot of it weird, but some of it was going to be good, I hope. Well, anyway, welcome. If you're here, you're probably a big fan of Broadway, or at least the play or the film Rent. So welcome. You are amongst brothers and sisters and kin, all alike. When I first heard about them doing a live production of Rent on Fox, I was very excited, just because most of the people in the cast, well, the people who they announced as the main characters of the cast, I know them. I like their music. I like their work. A few people who I didn't know, but the people who I did know, I like what they do. So in my mind, it was like, no way it could fail. No way it could fail. Here's the good. The good, this production was visually fucking awesome to look at. It was just fantastic. It was shot like a concert. It wasn't just like a regular stage, like here go the stage and here go the audience. Like it was stage over here, stage over here. It was, you know what I'm saying, rock. It just looked like a really cool rock concert. It was shot, the camera angles, everything. Everybody looked good. The outfits, the way they had their hair and makeup, everything was just perfect. It was a great way to shoot this thing, and it was the first time us ever seeing Rent shot in this format. It was very good. Also, the other thing that I thought was just great was the ending, bringing back the original cast, everybody who'd been in Rent. That was just, every time they do that, it's just, it just touched my heart seeing all those people just come back and just sing Seasons of Love. I can hear Seasons of Love, but that's just my love for Seasons of Love. And plus the original cast set the bar, so you gotta love the original cast. The bad. The bad about the live show was that it felt like everyone was doing this. It seemed like everybody who in the show was not singing at their absolute best. And it kind of sucks because before I watched this, I'm here in Flint, Michigan, and a production of Rent had came to the Whiting Auditorium. It was here live, and it was my first time ever seeing it live. And I went into that with big expectations, but they knocked it out of the park. I mean, as soon as I walked in and saw the stage set up, and just everybody singing was on point. The costumes, the dancing, the emotion, you just felt it. Just everything was just on point, and I was like, man, this is just a great setup for Fox Live. And then I sit down and watch it, and it seems like everybody is they're just happy to be here, but they're not giving their all to like, oh, this is like a dream role, like a role of a lot of people would kill to have this role. And it just seems like everybody is just like, this is our one check, and then we go back to doing what we really wanted to do. And for some people, like, Rent is their life. Like, if they could like tour and do Rent like every day, they would die happy. It was just you just didn't feel like the passion and what you should have felt when you usually see like good Rent productions. And this visually again was something great to look at, but just listening to you have to. Rent is more than just seeing something. Rent is hearing it and feeling it, and you didn't hear it, and you definitely didn't feel it. My biggest gripe was that the people who they chose, like the people who they picked to sing, like the young lady who played Angel, she had the costume and the look down, but the voice was just not there. And I feel like they casted that person like they needed someone of the LGBTQ community, and fair enough. But I'm sure it's plenty of gay people who could have pulled off the Angel look, who could actually sing great. Like, I'm sorry, but that Valentina, you had to look down. You looked at phenomenal, but your voice was not there at all. And who else? It was the guy in the meeting that Angel and Collins and everybody go to, and he ends up doing a small duet with Roger in the middle of his song. That guy in the suit, which is weird. They had a guy in a suit, but whatever. His voice was kind of. It was like a lot of people's voices was kind of. Joanne, her voice was, it was good, but it wasn't where we expect it. From people who watch Rent, we expect our performers. The people who play those characters use their voices like up here. They kill it. They kill it hard. But some of the performers was up here, and some of the performers was kind of down here. It was really disheartening to see as a true fan of Rent. It was just, oh man, just. I think that if they should have made some different casting choice. I realize that as Fox, you have to get eyes on this thing, and you have to get people to watch it. But Rent has always had a strong fan base. I feel like they wouldn't have had that problem, and it would have been a better showing for live broadcast of Broadway shows if they had just did a better job of casting, of getting people who could actually sing, like if people who would actually blow, like kill it. Shout out to the guy who played Roger, because I loved it. I loved your voice, man. It was just, I think you were the best. I think you were probably the best singer out of the whole cast, and that's a cast that had Mario, to Shay. I think I said her name wrong. And Vanessa Hudgens in it, and that's really saying something. At least in this Rent Broadway production, I think he was the best singer out of all of them, and I can say that with confidence. But anyway, that is how I felt about the Rent live on Fox. If you have a different opinion, or do you feel the same as me, let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this. And if this happened to get back to the cast of Rent, know that for most of you, I love you. Some of you I'm meeting for the first time, but most of you, I love you. It was just that this was not your best performance. You didn't have your heart in it. And I'm sorry. Visually, you looked amazing. But you gotta hear it and you gotta feel it. And I just... Anyway, I'm Franko the Pen, and I'll see you guys later.